All right, guys. Well, we're going to work on division today. You watched Mr. Walker. You watched him do the place value chart and sliding the discs around. So, I mean, you can draw it if you wanted to, if that helps you. But I really want us just to focus for the next 3 days on making sure we understand the process of division. I know last week some of you were having a little bit of trouble. So we have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week to really nail down division. And so today makes it really simple because we're just dealing with those multiples of 10 and 100. And so it's really simple to do it like this. We're going to look at many problems today. So I want you to pay close attention. Why don't you grab a sheet of notebook paper and work them out with me and make sure we're getting the same answer, okay? So the very first thing we're going to do is I want you at the top of your paper, and I know this was not in Mr. Walker's lesson, but write Daddy, Mama, Sister, Brother, DMSB. Remember, that's divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. So we're going to do that for every single one of these problems, and there's probably 25 problems today, both on this problem set that you've got to work. So those of you who are really having trouble dividing last week, this is a great lesson to practice. So watch me, do it with me, and then go and try it on your own today, okay? So I'm going to work the problems out over here because I have a little more room on this side. And so we'll make sure you can see these and make sure you understand. So 6 divided by 2. Remember, we put our 6 under the box and put the 2 on the outside like that. 6 divided by 2. So Daddy divide. 6 divided by 2. How many 2's are there in 6? We should know by now that there's 3 2's in 6. Mama multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. Sister subtract. 0, and there's nothing to bring down. There's no remainder. So there are the answer is 3. The quotient is 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now, this is a fancy way to say the exact same problem. If you have 6 ones and you divide it by 2, how many ones do you have? Well, if you have 6 ones, what do you have? You have 6, right? And if you divide 6 by 2, how many ones do you get? We just did that. You get 3 ones. So it's the same answer. So what I want you to do on your assignment today is you're looking at the problem on your computer and it says 6 ones or 6 tens. Just write out what 6 tens are and divide it. It's going to be the same thing on these two anyway. Now we've got 60 divided by 2. So this is where those of you who were having problems last week can really pay attention to make sure you got these 4 things down. Daddy, Mama, Sister, Brother. So 6 divided by 2. We start right here. 6 divided by 2 we know is 3. Okay? Daddy divide, Mama multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. Sister subtract. 6 minus 6 is 0. Brother bring down your 0. And then we start all over. Daddy divide. Okay? How many times will 2 go into 0? It'll go 0 times. 0 times 2 is 0. Sister subtract. Nothing else to bring down. So the answer is 30. Okay? 30. Now, he showed you in the video, you could have just thought about that as 6 divided by 2 is 3, then add that 1 0 like we did when we multiplied. So we'll do some of that a little bit later on. All right, 6 tens. Tell me what 6 tens is. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 divided by 2 is how many tens? Okay, now, so be careful with this one, because if you put 30 here, 30 tens is 100. So we know that 60 divided by 2 is 30, but how many tens is 30? Look in the tens place. How many tens are there in 30? There's 1, 2, there's 3 tens in 30. What is 3 tens? It's 30, right? So 6 tens divided by 2 is 3 tens. 600 is the next problem. 600 divided by 2. All right, so let's write it out over here. We know what it's going to be, I bet already, don't we? 600 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. Okay, so we daddy divide, we mama multiplied, we sister subtract. Now we brother bring down this 0. And then we daddy divide. 0 divided by 2 is 0. Mama multiply. 0 times 2 is 0. Sister subtract, and brother bring down the 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0, so the answer is 300. We should have put 3 tens in here. 300. So again, we could have just looked and said 6 divided by 2 is 3, and then add our 2 zeros. We'll do that in a minute. Okay, this next page, I'm going to go ahead and write daddy, mama, sister, brother to help us remember. We've got 600s divided by 2. So what's 600s? It's 600. It's the same problem we just did. We know the answer is 300, but 6 divided by 2 is 3. So it would be 300s. 300s. And how many is that? It's 300, just like we just got on this last problem. Okay? So don't let that confuse you. All right, 6,000 divided by 2. All right, 6,000. We're going to do it this long way right now, divided by 2. All right, 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. Sister subtract. Brother bring down our 0. Daddy divide. 0 divided by 2 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. Sister subtract. Oh, 0. Brother bring down our 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. Mama multiply. 0 times 2 is 0. Sister subtract. 0. Bring down our other 0. And 0 divided by 2 is 0. Mama multiply. 0 times 2 is 0. Sister subtract. And we have nothing to bring down. So 6,000 divided by 2 is 3,000. That's a very long way to work it out. But we could have just said 6 divided by 2 is 3. Then add our 3 zeros on this kind of problem. This is the same kind of thing. 6,000s divided by 2. 6,000s is 6,000 divided by 2. And we know the answer is 3,000s. So how many thousands are there? There's 3. 3,000s. Okay. Now switching it up a bit. 12 divided by 3. What's 12 divided by 3? It's 4. Okay, so we know that. But we've got 12 ones divided by 3. 12 ones, what's that? That's 12 divided by 3 equals how many ones? It's the same thing, 4 ones. Now we've got 120 divided by 3. Let's do it the easy way. What's 12 divided by 3? It's 4. And we'll add that 1 0. It's 40. So 120 divided by 3 is 40. 12 tens. What's 12 tens? Well, if you have 12 tens, you have 120 divided by 3. Well, that's the same problem, but be careful. It's because we can't put 40. If we have 12 tens divided by 3, then that's going to give us 4 tens. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So the answer is 4 tens. Okay. And now 1,200 divided by 3. Well, let's take that 12 still, even though there's a comma there, it's still 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then we've got those 2 zeros. So 1,200 divided by 3 is 400. All right. Next problem, 1,200s divided by 3. 1,200s looks like 1,200, which is the problem we just did, divided by 3. Now be careful on these kind, remember, because I know we got 400s, 400 for the answer. 1,200 divided by 3 is 400, but it's 12 divided by 3 is 4. 1,200s divided by 3 is 400s. Okay. Now, on these, let's just do that simple division and add the zeros. We've got several more. You got to know your facts. If you know your facts, this gets quick and easy. If you don't know your facts, you're going to have to do a lot of thinking. All right? So, 800 divided by 2. Let's take the 8. What's 8 divided by 2? It's 4. And then we're going to add 1, 2 zeros. So 800 divided by 2 is 400. 600 divided by 2. Let's take the 6. What's 6 divided by 2? It's 3. And we'll add 1, 2 zeros. So there's 2 300s and 600. 800 divided by 4. What's 8 divided by 4? It's 2. And we'll add the 2 zeros. 2 times 4 is 8. All these factors, multiples, all those things we've been doing the last few days, they're part of all this, aren't they? 900 divided by 3. Let's take the 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And we'll add 1, 2 zeros. 900 divided by 3 is 300. Uh-oh. 300 divided by 6. You can't. 6 doesn't go into 3. So we're going to have to take a 30, though, if you know your facts. 30 divided by 6 is what? It's 5. 5 times 6 is 30. And then we'll add that 1 0 that's left. So 300 divided by 6 is 50. This next one's kind of like that. 24 divided by 4. 240 divided by 4. We'll take that 24. 24 divided by 4 is 6. And we'll add the 1 0. So 240 divided by 4 is 60. One more page of problems to do. Oops, 2 more pages of problems to do. I told you we were going to work through a bunch of them today. 450 divided by 5. Let's take that 45. 45 divided by 5 is 9. And we'll add the 0. Mr. Helton, how do you know 45 divided by 5 is 9? Well, you've got to know your facts. You got to know that 5 times 9 is 45. That's why you need to practice your facts. That week after Thanksgiving, we're going to review our facts, review. So we got to make sure we know those. It's important. It's been important the whole year, and it's especially important now. Okay, letter H, 200 divided by 5. We can't do 2 divided by 5, but we can do 20 divided by 5, and that's 4. And we've got 1 0 left. Okay, 3,600 divided by 4. Can't do 3 divided by 4, but we can do 36 divided by 4. That's a 9 with 1 2 zeros. 3,600 divided by 4 is 900. See, if you know your facts, this is super duper easy today. 2,400 divided by 3. You can't do 2 divided by 3, but you can do 24 divided by 3, and that is 8. And then we've got 1 2 zeros. Okay, 2,400 divided by 4. Can't do 2 divided by 4, but you can do 24 divided by 4. That's 6. And then 1 2 zeros. 4,000 divided by 5. You cannot do 4 divided by 5, but you can do 40 divided by 5. 8 times 5 is 40. And then 1 2 zeros. All right. So those kind of problems on your assignment today should be really easy if you know your facts, if you don't, use the multiplication chart and figure them out. All right, we got some word problems to end the day here. Some sand weighs 2,800 kilograms. It's divided equally among 4 trucks. How many kilograms of sand are in each truck? So we've got 2,800 divided by 4 trucks. Okay? So let's think about this. We can't do 4 into 2, but we can do 4 into 28, can't we? Something times 4 gives me 28. It's 7. 7 times 4 is 28. And then we've got these 2 zeros. So 700 is the answer. A couple more. I can turn the page here. Okay, number 4 says, Ivy has 5 times as many stickers as Adrian has. Ivy has 350 stickers. How many stickers does Adrian have? Okay, well, Ivy has 5 times something to get 350. Okay, so let's do 350 and divide it by 5. Because Ivy has 5 times as many as whatever number this is. 5 times something times 5 gives me 350. So we'll find out how many stickers Adrian has to divide these numbers. So we can't do 5 into 3, but we can do 5 into 35. And 7 times 5 is 35. And then we have a 0. So how many stickers does Adrian have? He has 70. And Ivy has 5 times as many. If we did 5 times 70, 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 0 is 0. So that's right. Number 5, an ice cream stand sold $1,600 worth of ice cream on Saturday, which was 4 times the amount sold on Friday. How much money did the ice cream stand collect on Friday? So Saturday, they got $1,600 worth of ice cream sold. And that's 4 times as much as what they sold on Friday. So 4 times what is what we're trying to figure out. Gives me 1,600. So we divide 1,600 by 4. I can't do 4 into 1, but I can do 4 into 16. And that gives me 4, because 4 times 4 is 16. And then I add my 2 zeros. So on Friday, they collected $400. All right. So pretty simple today. Know your facts. Look at the first number, divide, and then add your zeros. Now remember, on those first few problems on your homework, don't get confused when it says 6 thousands divided by 2 is how many thousands. If you just figure that out up here, and that 6,000 divided by 2 is 3,000, and if you put 6,000 divided by 2 is 3,000 thousands, that's wrong, isn't it? It's just 3 thousands. So be careful about that when you're doing your assignment today. All right, go get busy on your homework, and I think you'll do very well today.